Hello. Today, I got Stronger With You, Giorgio Armani Stronger With You, Parfum, 100 milliliters, 3.3 fluid ounces, 3.3 fluid ounces, and I'm gonna unbox it and review it and let you know whether or not it's worth the hype. Maybe you were thinking about buying it for yourself or perhaps a friend or loved one for Christmas. So, I'm gonna go ahead and settle this for you. Now, mind you, I've smelt this in stores before. I've smelt it before. And as far as I'm aware, it's a very good smell. Very good fragrance. It's the front of the box. Stronger With You, Parfum, Giorgio Armani, 100 milliliters, 3.3 fluid ounces. Like a whole thing on the back. Badge code on here somewhere, I'm sure. Yeah. I'm not entirely sure how to read it, but yeah. Just like that. No fancy this or that with the box. Just falls right out. That's the bottle. Nice square bottle. Nice round top. Plastic top. Or maybe it's a portion metal. Not a magnetic. It's not magnetic top, if that's important to you. But yeah. Let's get this sprayed. It's a very good atomizer. Yep, that's good. Just as I remember it smelling. I'm gonna let that dry down a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and assume that you know nothing about this fragrance and tell you what I know about it. This is most definitely a masculine fragrance made for men, but I believe that anybody could wear this. If I smelled this on a girl, I wouldn't be revolted or anything. It's most definitely a winter fragrance. It's very dark and a little spicy. And it's not quite as smooth as the other ones. This is the Parfum, which is much more spicy and dark. And leans slightly more masculine also. This is almost like a smoother version of Spice Bomb, if you know what that smells like. But it's very heavy on the spices. Yeah, it's just a very spicy, woodsy kind of smell, masculine, but not necessarily exclusively masculine. I can still see this having like a unisex kind of thing. I wouldn't, yeah, like I said earlier, I would not be super caught off guard smelling this on a woman. Yeah, it's a very good smell. I like it. I think it's going to dry down a bit smoother too. Now let me be 100% frank and honest here. Let me think. I got this for $90 because it's hard to find this for anything cheaper than that. Is it worth $90? I would say sure, but can you get something of equal value or similar smell and similar performance for half the price? Yes. There are other fragrances that are very similar to this and don't do exactly what this does, but they do it for like 40 bucks. So I think it really comes down to preference. I don't think that $90 is a ridiculous price for this, because it is a very good fragrance. I just think that it's I think it comes down to the person buying it as to whether or not they can justify it. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think it's going to come down to opinion with this kind of fragrance, but if you do want to spend, if you want to get a very nice fragrance that you can't go wrong with for the winter, and you're cool with spending that money, whether it's for you or for a stranger, or not for a stranger, for a friend or whatever for the holidays, I would say go for it. If you want something a little bit smoother and a little less like masculine and in your face, you could get I believe it's called the Stronger With You Intensely or something like that, and it's a little less in your face. It's a little less intense, surprisingly. It's called Intensely, but I think it's actually smoother than this. But as far as I'm aware, they're both very good smells. I only have this one, but yeah, is it worth the hype? I believe it's slightly, ever so slightly overrated. It's very good, and it deserves the vast majority of the hype it gets, but I think it does get a little bit more attention than it should. And I think that there are other smells that should get the same, if not more, even though they don't. Especially at that price point. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to wearing this. I'll probably wear it today, or for the night, and get an idea of how long it lasts. From what I've heard, these Stronger With Yous have very good projection and longevity, and they're, quote, beast mode. But I'll have to see. But I'm gonna go ahead and trust the majority and assume they are. But yeah, a very good fragrance, very good smell, nice brand, nice bottle. Just I think my only grudge against this that wouldn't make it 100% worth $90 is the smell is not very unique. It's a great smell, it's a good smell, but it's not anything that I don't think I've smelled before. I think I've smelled like Spice Bomb Eau de Toilette, it's very similar to this. And other very spicy masculine scents are just very adjacent to this. And I mean, I could be wrong, maybe it dries down into something different, but which I think it might be doing that. And slightly more nutty kind of thing. But yeah, no. I think that's it. In all honesty, I think if you get this for anybody, any like masculine kind of guy who's into this, there's no chance in the world that they will be unsatisfied with it. It's a very safe option. And actually, I think I'm gonna go ahead and make a video in the next couple of days here of some of the best, like, Christmas fragrance gifts you can get for a man. Like that I know of, like, in my collection. I'll grab like 5 or like 10 fragrances that I believe would be like really good gifts to get like a boyfriend or a father or brother or whatever, you know. So yeah, and maybe I'll do like a budget version, like like here's 5 really good budget fragrances, and here's like 5 more expensive fragrances that you could get, you know. And by budget fragrances, I mean like under $40, like maybe like $30, $20, $40-ish. But yeah, I think that's what I'll do. If you're interested in that, stay tuned, you know. Keep an eye on the channel. It'll be there eventually, I hope. But yeah, no. It's a good fragrance. Yeah. I'm not disappointed with that at all. I'm excited to see how it smells after it dries down, and to see about its projection and longevity and whatnot. But yeah, overall, like if I had to give it a rating, I would say like an 8.5 out of 10. So yeah, if that gives you an idea how it does. But yeah, thank you for watching the video. Hopefully that was at